Relevant beats, relevant beats.
Welcome back to the second channel, man, and the production from the intro is provided by Relevant Beats. There's a link in the description below that's going to take you to downloadpads.com. From there, you can find this particular beat off of this particular beat tape and the contact information via Twitter, man. And if you holler at them to get some beats, tell them I sent you. But anyway, on to today's album review, and it's to that Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, Cocaine Pinata, and goddammit, this album is everything I hoped it would be. Like a while ago when I first caught wind of this album, I figured that this was either going to be fucking terrible or fucking awesome. There was no way it could be anywhere in between, and thank God it is on the awesome end of the spectrum, man. To go back, I reviewed that YG album, man, and I said the only thing about this album that I kind of had something against was the fact that that music was what the West Coast is today, not what the West Coast needs to be in the future. This album is the complete opposite. This is what gangster music should be turning into, you dig? This is the future of fucking gangster music. And I honestly do believe things are going that way, man, because if you remember Killer Mike and LP, that album was along the same lines of this, but yet they went completely different ways about it. Usually I list a bunch of songs that I like off the album, man, but for the vast majority of every damn track off of here, man, they all have substance, they all have multiple playback value. You're going to find something you like about most of these songs, man, and there's like 18 tracks off of this bitch. Real shit, this is the best album so far this year to fucking drop. No questions fucking about it, dude. I already know this. These guys who's claiming real hip-hop and all of that shit, they're going to try to claim this album. See, this whole real hip-hop fad that these people were trying to cling on to, that has really no meaning to it for real. You can't claim this shit. And the reason being is because what you guys claim to be real hip-hop is pretty much everything that goes against gangster fucking music. While this album is the evolution of gangster fucking music, it is the combination of a polished, great artist that can rap on motherfucking anything that chooses to do gangster music with conscious styled production, dude. And it just goes to show you that dope ass artists can hop on any fucking type of production. Just because Freddie Gibbs is a gangster rapper doesn't mean that he has to limit his damn selection of tracks to what trap music is today, in which I'm in agreement with most people that trap music today is fucking garbage, because they selecting the weakest fucking rappers to hop on the weakest fucking beats to over promote these whack ass rappers to get little bits of money. Right now, I'm giving this album a 9 out of 10 because in order to get a 10 out of 10 from me, it has to continue to be great after play after play after weeks and shit. See, a 10 out of 10 to me is a classic album, and the only way that you have a classic album is if that project lasts throughout time and shit. So right now, the best I can give it is 9 out of 10, but I'm gonna continue to fucking listen to it. And you guys definitely need to go out and buy this fucking album, man. It's definitely worth it. But anyway, on to Ask, Download Pass. And Dirty South Bass asks, if you're signed to a record label, can they prevent you from dropping mixtape? In which this comment was to that Jay Electronica, in which I said it seems like Jay Electronica is pretty much getting blackballed from the industry. Now, the answer to your question, technically, yes. When you sign on that dotted line, they own everything that you fucking put out. And if they decide you are not going to drop whatever the fuck you want to drop, then they can do that shit. But for the most part, they don't enforce that, especially because nowadays, man, you have to consistently be putting out music. But if they have an axe to grind against you and they want to be particular, they can do that shit. Which that's what I think happened to Jay Electronica, to keep it 100. IBNY City says, Meek Mill is one of the only rappers that I listen to because he does street music. My dude, just because he's the only one you listen to doesn't mean he's the only one doing street music. As I reviewed in this one, Freddie Gibbs, listen to him. Quit being stuck in your motherfucking ways and only listening to who is being promoted towards you.